Okay, so xBratAI app took a trade on ES, eMini futures, last night. So over the last 2 weeks with the Iran war, the trades have been very few. So we've only had one futures trade previous to this, which was on YM, which was a winner. The reason why the trades have been very minimal is purely because we have larger swings, 300% more or increase in risk. So the algorithms, which are trained by the AI each week, wasn't taking trades because the risk was too high. It's needed those couple of weeks to understand that new behavior with the Iran war, and what it's done now is been more aggressive. The confluence combinations are a lot more aggressive, so we can see here on this chart set here, and this is a visual representation. Obviously the app, it isn't charts, it's just sending the signals, but the confluence combination now, we're looking at a 6 minute for our anchor strategy, a 5 minute for our xBrat algo, a 4 minute for the VWAP predator, which is our momentum, and then the basic 5 minute for the bias depth heat map there. So we're a lot more aggressive now, and even more so when we're managing that trade. So this was the trade, it came in around 7 p.m. Eastern time in the US last night, which is a good trade. Minimum, the risk was small, 41 ticks. We've been seeing on previous combinations, the risk was something like 200 ticks, and this is why the algorithm wasn't taking it. It takes time for behavior to be understood. We can't predict the future with AI. All we can do is dump a load of data into it at the end of every week. It learns from that and it adjusts those confluence combinations. And this is where we are right now. So it's better to be safe than sorry, than trying to throw out a lot of trades with extremely high risk. And I'm going to show you the web app version of it now, because it's easier than doing it on the phone on the screen here. So we can see this recent ES trade has changed the win rate now to 86.7%. So since January 2026, and I'm making this mid-March, there's been 15 trades with an 86% win rate. Okay, this is the important thing here, is it's not just a quick fix. It's not just loads of trades in a week. It's understanding that behaviors change. AI still needs time to adapt to that change, learn and reprogram the algorithms, and then we go again. So again, the one YM trade we had a few days into the war, we're only 14 trades on YM since January, 85% win rate. Very important we keep those win rates high, and we're keeping the risk away from our users. So let's go through this trade a little bit more. I'm just going to, not in a big video. So first of all, the anchor strategy with this green vertical line here is that when the lights start to light up, we start to go from all amber to one green. We then get momentum coming in on this top left hand chart with this signal here. We're then getting the xBrat algo coming in with a 6-star buy. All the bias is green, so that's when those lights light up. And as soon as we go to 4, you will have had the push notification. I know the traders have done it because they've fed back today already on the app. But then we go all systems green, we go long, and then we were updating the stop. I'm going to go big on this chart now because I want to, again, this is a visual representation. So this is where we were aggressively managing the trade, and this is the alternative. So this is the alternative that we feed data back to the AI at the end of every week. So if we see a trend now where we can be a little bit more conservative with the alternative, and we get more of a better profit, then the AI will learn from that and suggest the new way to manage. So in this case, we had a 41 tick risk. When it take it out, we basically were a 1 to 2. So that was an 88 tick win. Now we can see if we, on the alternative for learning, we see again, now when we're taken out, it's at 128. So this is one data point. It still needs to learn from other data points, but we can see the alternative being a little bit more conservative. So it's an aggressive on the confluence combination and very aggressive on the risk management and then trading that and adjusting those stops to lock in profit. And this is why we never have targets. Okay, now using the alternative and the data from that alternative at the end of this week, when they run the AI again, it may suggest that we're a little bit more conservative on there. So just wanted to show you a little glimpse of all the data that we're collecting. And it's, most people say, why didn't you trade very much during those first 2 weeks during the Iran war with futures? So futures was larger swings, much larger swings, 300% increase in risk than what we are normally with those confluence combinations. So it takes time. You can't just make an instant decision to change things. It needs to collect data, needs to understand that data, and then start producing those confluence combinations which reduce the risk, but also start getting those trades again. And that's where we are right now. So it's about patience, waiting, and then the AI adjusts to new market behaviors, because a behavior may go for 3 months, and we're just making slightly fine adjustments, and then all of a sudden we get a big geopolitical instance like Iran, and that behavior starts to settle, the groove starts to find, and then the AI will find that groove and adjust accordingly. So hopefully that helps. Check out the links below. Get involved with xBratAI. It's not just futures, it's Forex, it's crypto, and very, very smart tools with a lot of data crunching to enable those signals to come through to get you and keep you with those high win rates.